Hey everybody, I'm Chef Tom with atbbq.com, and this is grilled pineapple barbecue chicken. Well, today we're whipping up a really easy barbecue chicken recipe that's perfect for those summertime cookouts, whether you're serving it as an appetizer or as the main protein. Now the concept's pretty simple. We're gonna take equal parts barbecue sauce and pineapple juice to marinate our chicken thighs before grilling them over high heat for some really nice caramelization. And while that chicken is grilling, we're gonna take the marinade and reduce it down. We're gonna cook it so that it's safe for consumption, and then we're gonna glaze it on top of the chicken as it comes off the grill. So let's hop right in by prepping our chicken and our marinade. All right, so let's get started with the marinade. We're gonna do a cup each of pineapple juice and Smoke on Wheels bootleg barbecue sauce. Then we're just gonna pack our chicken thighs in here to get a bit of this marinade on all of the surfaces. And we're gonna actually split these thighs down the middle so that we can skewer them to cook them. So just lengthwise right here, that'll make them really easy to thread onto our skewers. So let's just toss these around to get them all coated. We'll get this plate in here to lock them down, make sure everything stays submerged. And we're gonna let those soak for a couple of hours. Now you're gonna want about 2 hours time to let that marinade really soak into the surface of the meat. But if you're gonna go all day long, it'll be fine. You can head out to work. 8 hours isn't gonna hurt anything. All right, we're gonna throw these in the fridge. Well, our chicken's been soaking for a couple hours now, so we're ready to pull it out of the marinade and get it onto skewers. All right, so let's dig these out. Remember, we're going to cook this marinade down into a sauce, so we want to make sure to save that. We're gonna go onto paper towels just to soak up some of that excess marinade on the surface. We don't want to wash our rub off by seasoning when they're all wet, but it's okay that there's a little bit left on the surface. That's actually going to help a lot with the flavor and the caramelization that we're gonna get when we grill these off. Now the sauce itself, we want to strain this just in case we've got any chicken bits in there. And we're going to strain it right into our skillet where we're going to cook it down. Obviously you can't use this raw, but if you cook it through, and as we reduce it down, that makes it safer, or completely safe, I should say, for us to brush this on the chicken at the end. So we'll go ahead and bring this up to a simmer and let it cook down. Let's take some of this excess moisture off the chicken here. We'll get these paper towels out as well. And we're gonna go ahead and skewer these. We've got some flat bamboo skewers here that just been soaking in water so they won't burn quite as easy on the grill. We're gonna start at one end and then just kind of work your way. Thread them on there. I'm gonna pierce those through a couple times so that they stay spread out. Just like that. All right, we are fully skewered up now, so let's go ahead and hit these with some barbecue rub. Today we're gonna be using the Our Butts Are Smokin' Honey Chipotle Rub. It's got good sweetness, good saltiness, and that little bit of a chipotle kick, but it's really not all that spicy. All right, let's just give that a minute to kind of set up on the meat, and we'll head to the grill. Now that we've simmered our marinade down for at least 5 minutes to kill off anything harmful, it's safe to eat now, and you can see it's really thickened up, so that'll brush on to the chicken nicely. I also want to grill off a little bit of pineapple to go with our barbecue chicken, so we're just gonna cut this into some slabs. We'll trim the exterior, and then we'll have a little bit of pineapple to go alongside our sweet barbecue chicken. Today we're cooking on the Yoder Smokers YS640S pellet grill. We're running it at 450 degrees, direct grilling setup, so right over the flame. We got our grill grates in place so we can get some really nice grill marks, a little bit of charring going on here, especially as kind of the fat starts to drip out of these a little bit later in the cook. They hit these little valleys and just flame right back up. Adds a lot of extra flavor to the chicken. Throw our pineapple back here too. All right, so we're here about 8 minutes probably into this cook. You can see that we're getting some nice char. We're gonna flip these around. We're gonna rearrange just a little bit to make sure we're cooking evenly. Take some of these skewers from the outside and get them right on top of the flame. All right, so now we're just kind of waiting for internal temperature to come up on our chicken, aiming for about 170 to 175. We're not too far off that at 155-ish right now, so we're just gonna leave this door open for now. We don't wanna have that temperature rise too quickly before we get some nice color on the bottom side, so door open from here on out. So some of our skewers are done. Some of them need just a little bit more time. The key is finding the deepest part of that chicken to make sure that we've got 170 all the way through. If we fly by that a little bit, that's all right too. Because this chicken thigh meat's actually even more velvety once you get up into that range, 170, 175. Give our pineapple just a little bit more of that flame. This little guy down here is done, but we're waiting on the fat end to get done, so we can kind of move that away from the fire, almost create your own little like indirect cooking zone there. We're getting close. Now last of the chicken coming off, our pineapple as well. Let's head over to the table and glaze these up. So you want to hit these when they're right off the grill, nice and hot, so that sauce can kind of tack up on there. You can see how much that sauce is really thickened up as we cook that down. You know, we can get rid of the core of the pineapple here and chop those however you like them. All right, let's get a bite. Sweet and sticky. That sauce is really nice as a finishing touch. We got great char, and then that sweetness kind of works its way around it. But that bootleg sauce, even though it's a bourbon bootleg sauce, and it's got a good amount of sweetness to it, there's also a pretty good amount of soy sauce in it, which gives it a nice saltiness, and it works really well with the pineapple. I love them on these little skewers. Hand these out at a party, let people carry them around. It's always gonna be a hit. Well, thank you guys so much for watching. Be sure to check out atbbq.com for all the products featured in today's video. If you enjoyed the recipe, hit that subscribe button. And if you have any questions or comments, or there's anything you'd like to see me cook, let me know in the comment section down below, and let's be good to one another. For more recipes, tips, and techniques, head over to atbbq.com/thesauce. All things barbecue, where barbecue legends are made.